So this is just a very short overview of how you export the abstracts or information that you can find in your social sciences citation index search to a format such as Excel, so step by step. So here we are, the Maynooth University Library database again, and I'm clicking on S for Social Sciences Citation Index, and I'm scrolling down to it. There it is. And I click on it. So let's say we're doing a search on religious discrimination in the workplace. We put in the terms that we're using, religio to cover religious, religion, other variations of it, using the wildcard there to look at all variations of it. And then we click on discriminat for discriminatory, discrimination, other versions of it, and work for working, workplace, and that. So we're searching topic, and we're searching topic because it searches words in title, in abstract, in subject line. It's pretty broad overview search. So I'm clicking search on that, and it takes us to how many results do we get? 376. So the first thing that we're going to do is, because we're interested in peer-reviewed research exclusively, we'll just click on article and review, and that'll get us everything we need to. So I'm clicking on refine, so that should reduce it just a tiny bit, and it does. From 376 it reduces it to 371. Okay, so now I want to get all of the abstracts, the summaries of these articles, into a format like Excel or another format I can actually print it out and read it and manipulate it. So this is what I do. First of all, Social Sciences Citation Index defaults to about 10 pages per page. So if you scroll down to the very end of the page, you click, and you see usually it says 10 per page. You can have it to 25 or 50 per page. So that will come to about, if there was 10 on a page, then there'd be 38 pages. I click on 50 per page, and this reduces it to 8 pages. And the way I get all of that information together is I click at this button here that says select page, and you got to give it a minute or two, a few seconds to make sure that everything has been clicked, so it's all there. And then I click add to marked list. So I click on that, and what you'll see happens there is on page 1 all of that information has gone to the marked list. There are now 50 items in it. Then I've got to go to the next page and do the same thing again. I'm clicking on that. We're now on page 2. Give it a second to upload. I then click on select page, and I click to add to marked list again, and the marked list goes to 100. So I'm going to do that for each of all of the pages, page by page, up to page 3. Let it put up there. Then I click on select page, add to marked list. Okay, and that's, see, marked list has gone up to 150. So I'm just going to pause here for a minute and do the rest of it so you don't have to sit through me doing that bit by bit. So it's selecting everything. First of all, you set it to 50 per page, select everything that's on the page, and then upload it to the marked list. So I've gone through each page, selecting the page, clicking add to marked list, and all 371 results are now on our marked list. So the next thing we do is we go over marked list, double click on it, and it will open up, and it takes us to this page. The first thing this will allow you to do is to you can do it for 500 records at a time. So if you got more than that, you might need to go back and review it differently. But first, what we need to just do is to get the basic the basic information that we want out of it, so we can review the articles and see how appropriate they are, if we want to do this using Excel as opposed to a PDF. So we need the authors and the editors. We need the abstract. That in fact is our core piece of information. We'll click on title, because that gives the title of the article. Time cited, not necessarily sure, we'll leave it there for a moment. And language, because maybe we're only looking at publications in the English language, or you might want to exclude the ones that you can't comment on. Source is the title of the publication, so you need that. Document type will tell us whether it's an article or review. Keywords and Web of Science categories, also potentially useful. So we've clicked all of those. We've selected all records in the list, so all 371, and now we go to export to other file formats. And it'll give you a list of the formats that you can use there: reference software, beep text, HTML, plain text. Go to tab delimited when and select that and click export. So then it'll export all these records to a file. And the file looks like this, and automatically it saves it like, something like that, saved rex 8. But I usually resave it with a title that I want to use, and we'll just call it, so it's Religious Discrimination Workplace, we'll call it rel disc, and just as and test, rel disc test. And we're saving it as a text document, and that's okay. So we're clicking on save for that document, so that's saved. Now to open that in Excel format, you need to do a little bit of cleaning on it when you get there, but it's fairly straightforward. So open your Excel spreadsheet and go to File and go to Open, and File, Open, and select a file that you might want to to open. So say if it is reldesk, wherever you've saved it, click on that and then open it. So you're opening it from wherever it is that you've saved it. So I'm opening it here, this document, and it opens this page first of all. And essentially what this does is it takes that information and it puts it onto an Excel spreadsheet. So you click on Next. I'm just keeping these as they are to keep it within a kind of a general format, and finish. You see that there's 3 steps to it. I've just clicked 3 to finish. And what this gives, it'll give you some information that you might not need, like I'm not sure what that is, so I'm going to get rid of it. This is author, so I'll put that at the top. So this is the author of each article, and I don't know what these are, but we don't need them because of that. Author, delete. And these are the authors again, but the author's surname, the surname that they give you in details if you want to hold on to that. TI is for title, which is really important. Title. Okay. Source is, we'll call that the journal, because that's the source, the journal name. And then as we see somewhere in French or some whatever, let's just, for the sake of moving quickly along, we'll go through those. Then you have DE, which are, these are the keywords, but the main thing that you're looking for is this one here, ABS, for abstract. And that gives you the article for the abstract for each article. So you see, I'm scanning down through it, and it's giving me all of those. Now you may want to change the format of your Excel spreadsheet to make that bigger or to make it more workable. If you go across more, you'll see that there's other pieces of information, like it'll give you the the publication date, winter or April. It'll give you the publication year, volume number, issue, page numbers. I think that's the first page, that's the last page, DOIs if you need those, and there's the Web of Science categories. But you can see how you can kind of toy with this and make the abstract bit even more detailed. You can open it out a bit more, but what it does is it gives you a way for kind of looking through the text of these abstracts to find keywords to decide whether you're going to use them or whether you're going to reduce them from your article search.